So of course up she pops in her car, leaving me flat.
Mabel's brother plays for Woolwich Arsenal, as a matter of fact.
Oh, thank you, Jeeves.
Might I inquire, sir, are we proposing to return to the metropolis tomorrow?
Yes, I think so. Any particular reason?
I have an appointment tomorrow afternoon that I'm anxious not to miss, sir.
It was you, wasn't it, Jeeves?
Sir?
Who told Miss, what's her belly name about the alleged water spaniel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I thought I detected the touch. You knew she'd go buzzing up to London and miss the game?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and you knew how Tuppy would react. If there's one thing that gives a jousting knight the pip, it's having his audience walk out on him.
Very true, sir.
Look! There she is, see? Now she's got her blasted Irish water spaniel. She can't even be bothered to say goodbye to me. Open the door. Oh! Do you know she had the almighty gall to come and visit me in hospital last night?
Did I ever tell you about the time Mabel and I went to the races at Sandown?
I mean, all she could talk about was that blasted animal. Ugly beast, if you ask my opinion.
Mabel would never do that. Mabel and I have a code.
And to think I fancied I loved a girl like that. I mean, a perfect life partner she'd make, I don't think. I mean, if you married a girl like that, she'd be bringing you home Siberian eelhounds before you knew it.
Oh, Tuppy, I forgot to give you your telegram.
Oh, what a wonderful girl she is.
Who's that, Tuppy?
Well, Angela, of course.
Oh, really?
Oh, she understands me, Bertie. Understands me like no other girl in the world.
What I can't understand, Bingo, is why your uncle should ask a fellow to lunch whom he's never seen.
Well, to tell you the truth, Bertie, I want you to spring the news on him about my marrying Mabel. Haven't the nerve myself.
What? Hanged if I do.
Good morning, Mr. Little. His Lordship is expecting you.
No, now, if you think that...
Mr. Wooster, I am proud, I am gratified, I am honoured.
Oh, ah.
So young to have accomplished so much.
Well, you know.
Yes, well, we can talk properly over luncheon. Miss Watson has prepared a very special repast. Oh, Richard, little Margaret will be having lunch with us. I hope you don't mind. I'll just go and fetch her.
What's he talking about?
Oh, Margaret's my little cousin. She's all right.
No, I mean about me having accomplished something or other. I haven't accomplished anything. Have I?
The fact is, Bertie, I know you won't mind. I told him you were the author of those books I've been reading to him.
What?
I said Rosie M. Banks was your pen name. He'll listen to you now, absolutely hang on your words. But pitch it strong, Bertie, and keep steadily before you the fact that my allowance must be raised.
What amazes me, Mr. Wooster, is that a man so young as you should be able to plumb human nature so surely to its depths. To play with so unerring a hand upon the quivering heartstrings of your reader.
Oh, just a knack.
How many words are there in a novel, Mr. Wooster?
Words? Oh, well, I never count. Just let it all come, that's what I say.
Well, how many are there on a page?
On a page? Well, 20 or 30. I mean, depends on the page. About 200. About 1,000, more or less. I mean, on a single page, you mean? Yes, about 10,000. I mean, that would be one of the bigger pages. You got a book handy?
It's not important, Mr. Wooster. What is important, Margaret, is Mr. Wooster's splendid defiance of the outworn fetishes of a purblind social system. In the magnificent words of Lord Blatchmore in Only a Factory Girl, be her origins ne'er so humble, a good woman is equal to the finest lady on earth.
Ah, so you think it's all right for a chap in what you might call a certain social position to marry a girl of what you might call the lower classes?
Oh, assuredly, Mr. Wooster.
Bingo wants to marry a waitress.
Richard, I honour you.
You don't object?
On the contrary.
Well, I hope you don't think I'm butting in here, but his allowance and all that, he was rather hoping that you might see your way clear to jerking up the total a bit.
Oh, I fear that can hardly be managed. It would not be fair to my wife.
But you're not married, Uncle.
Not yet, but I intend to enter that holy state almost immediately. Under the influence of Mr. Wooster's splendid books, I have persuaded Miss Watson, the lady who for so many years has cooked so wonderfully for me, to accept my hand in marriage.
A nice custard split tender. 3 bacon tarts. 2
You know what, Jeeves?
No, sir?
This is jolly nice. I mean, looking at the clock and wondering if you're going to be late with the good old drinks and then you coming in with a tray always exactly on time and shoving it down on the table and then biffing off, and then the next night coming in, shoving it down, biffing off, and then the next night. Gives one a sort of safe, restful feeling. Soothing, that's the word.
It is soothing, isn't it, sir?
Nevertheless, Jeeves, I must ask you to brace up and bite the bullet. I'm afraid I have bad news for you, Jeeves. That scheme of yours about reading those books to Bingo's uncle, well, I'm afraid it's blown out of fuse.
They did not soften him, sir?
They did, Jeeves. That's the whole bally problem. I'm sorry to say that your fiancée, Miss Watson, you know, the cook. Well, the long and the short of it is, Jeeves, that she appears to have chosen riches instead of honest worth, if you know what I mean.
Sir?
Well, she has handed you the mitten and gone off and got engaged to Lord Bittlesham.
Indeed, sir.
Well, you don't seem very upset, Jeeves.
To tell the truth, sir, I was not wholly averse to the severance of my relations with Miss Watson. I respect Miss Watson exceedingly, but I've seen for some time that she and I were not suited. Now, the other young person with whom I have an understanding...
Good Lord, Jeeves. There isn't another.
Yes, sir. By an odd coincidence, sir, it is the same young person in whom Mr. Little has been so interested.
What, Mabel?
Yes, sir.
Good Lord, Jeeves. Well, poor old Bingo.
Shall I contact the estate agents tomorrow, sir?
Estate agents, Jeeves?
I understood that it was your intention to take a house of sufficient size for Mrs. Schofield and her 3 young ladies to live with you.
Oh, no. Hold on. No, that's all off, Jeeves. No, young ladies, fiends, Jeeves, fiends, every one of them. No, how they ever grow up into those adorable creatures that we know and love, I cannot fathom. No, I shall continue the monk-like existence which has characterized my life hitherto.
Very good, sir.
Oh, perhaps another small whiskey and soda might be called for.
Very good, sir.